before we begin our espresso chikahan, let me introduce myself. I am Nathan, ang inyong maaasahang healthcare chika tito.
And I am Shella, ang inyong healthcare kabare. Of course, hindi magiging kompleto ang ating kwentuhan partner without someone who's ready to share a story that's both inspiring and full of heart.
That's right. So our guest today is a nurse whose journey is like a well-crafted cup of coffee. Very resilient, strong, and full of purpose. Talagang mapapasabi ka, ang tapang ng pinagdaanan. Let's all welcome
Mr. Ronald Monosilio.
Hi, Sir Ronald! Welcome to Grandison Special Lounge
Hello
po.
po.
So, bumati ka muna sa ating mga viewers and also sa mga nurse na nanonood na nakakilala din sa'yo, no?
Yes.
I'm sure ang may mga nurse na tawag dito na makakapanood nito, nakilala ka.
Yes, hello po to everyone who's watching, sa mga friends, mga kakilala ko dyan. Hi, I'm Ronald Monosilio, and I was deployed here in the United States last February 28, 2026, and I was deployed in New York. So I am currently working sa Orchard Rehab dito sa Medina, New York. Yeah. So sa mga nakapla dyan, sa mga nagpaplano na mag-work and abroad here in the US, you can do it now. So with Grandison.
Yan. Grabe, umpisa
Yes, sir.
pa lang may conviction na
Correct.
Sir Ronald.
Correct.
Umpisahan niyo
Talagang
na.
hikayat.
Hikayat.
Hihikayat na siya agad.
And
Okay,
syempre.
thank you very much for trusting Grandison, sir.
Yan. So, para naman officially mapakilala din natin si Sir Ronald sa ating mga viewers. Sir, pwede bang i-share mo sa amin how or yung moment you decided that US was really your goal? What was the driving force or foundation or inspiration kung bakit pinili mo mag-US?
Yeah, from the time na kahit na nag-aaral pa ako ng nursing, so I really it is really in my mind na um the highest goal of being a nurse would be working here in the United States. So because of that, there is a lot of opportunity. Siyempre, yung magandang kinabukasan para sa pamilya ko at sa mga anak ko. That's why.
Magandang kinabukasan para sa akin at sa aking pamilya, sabi nga ni
Pamilya.
Sir Ronald.
Oo. Ano papansin ko, partner, sa lahat ng na-interview natin ng mga successful stories, no? Talagang family. For family.
Mm-mm.
Or for the family. Di ba?
Yes.
Okay. So, Sir Ronald, in those early days of your career as a nurse, what did the American dream look like to you?
Seeing as a nurse here in the United States is the highest level of my career being a nurse. So talagang tinitingala ko na maka-work dito, and it is a dream for us na talagang makapunta dito because the opportunity is very promising here in the United States.
And the salary, no? I'm
Yeah.
sure.
Mm-mm.
Diba?
That's why.
Mm-mm. Pero
Yes
before
po,
that,
yes po.
sir, ano po ba yung work natin dito sa Philippines? Hospital, nag-home care din po ba tayo? O...
Yeah, I graduated way back 2011, and I have hospital experience for about 4 to 6 years, and also community nurse din ako for about 6 years. So ganun. Pero parang hindi siya tuloy-tuloy. Kaiba-iba ng settings. But most recent experience is in the community sa health center under the Department of Health in the Philippines.
Mhm.
Okay. And then after po, kailan ka nag-decide, sir, to start your US application process?
It was way back 2020. So we decided, pandemic. Yeah, pandemic yun. And still I am working, but syempre with the help of my family and relatives. So yung sister ng my sister-in-law, so she's already in Hawaii. So she's the one na tumulong sa amin para maka-proceed with the process. So nag-start ako sa NCLEX exam, and then yon pagkatapos ng NCLEX exam, doon ako naghanap ng agency para maka-help sa akin sa um, filing ng petition for I-140.
I-140.
May pamilya.
Yes.
Imagine, ang brave nung move ni Sir ha. Imagine mo, 2020, pre-pandemic.
Pre-pandemic.
Approaching na yon kasi medyo may news na nun na lumalabas. Pero still, Sir, pinursu mo pa din na mag-US ka. Wala kang naging hesitation o parang hindi mo
Ano yung
ba-
nag-joke?
Oo.
Ano yung nag-joke sa'yo, Sir Ronald?
Para ituloy.
Na ituloy.
Because there is an opportunity to get the process. So ginrab ko na yung opportunity na ma-start yung proseso for that here for good going here in the United States. So kahit na pandemic, talagang nag-start ako ng proseso. So hindi mangyayari yung pinapangarap ko kung hindi ko uumpisahan, parang ganun.
Tama.
Mm.
Agree
Ang
ako
ganda
sa kanya,
nun.
partner.
No?
Totoo 'yon. Kasi hindi naman yung Amerika yung maghihintay sa iyo.
Yes.
'Di ba? Ikaw yung gagawa ng paraan para makarating ng Amerika.
Mm-mm. Magandang mindset yon na hindi ko magagawa o makukuha yung pangarap ko kung hindi ko siya sisimulan ngayon.
And I just
Diba?
want to add, partner, aside from US, sir, may iba ka pa bang gustong country
Mm.
bukod sa Amerika, sir? Or talagang ang goal mo nun, since yun nga, may sister-in-law ka na work
Sa Hawaii.
sa Hawaii, no? So, aside from US, may iba pa ba?
Wala naman talaga akong plano na magpunta sa ibang country or kahit na merong mas madali at maraming opportunity din sa iba, but my ultimate goal talaga ay dito sa United States.
Sa United States.
Mm-mm.
So, yun talaga first choice mo, US.
Mm-mm.
Kasi ang alam ko, meron din naman kasi marami kahit nasa Europe or Canada na sila, they were parang gusto pa rin nilang pumunta dito sa US.
Transition, no?
Mm-mm.
Oo.
Yes po.
Mm.
So,
Marami pa rin
Sobrang-
talagang gusto mag-Amerika.
Sa totoo lang, no? At grabe din talaga yung focus ni Sir, no? US lang ako. Kahit maraming mabilis dyan o madaling proseso dyan, basta dun ako sa US.
Tama.
Kasi sabi ni Sir sa una na, very promising daw yung experience o yung
Experience.
offer ni US. Pero later, itatakan natin, ano ba yung mga promising
yung
na yun?
promising.
Yung mga
Correct.
benefit na yun na
Yes.
nagpatalagang hook naman kay Sir na dito na lang ako. Okay, now Sir, let's talk about naman, how did you find out Grandison? So, okay na, may ready ka na, may NCLEX ka na,
may NCLEX ka na.
naka-process ka na, ready ka na. Now, ano naman po yung naging consideration o top factor, Sir, in choosing a partner for your journey? Ano yung first impression mo kay Grandison? And ano yung qualification ni Grandison na nag-stand out na, okay, pwede,
Dito ako
okay to.
magsasign.
Yes,
Dito
okay
ako,
to.
ito yung agency for me.
after ko nung mag-take ng NCLEX, so parang I'll do agency shopping through online. So I saw Grandison in Facebook. So nabasa ko yung mga benefits nila at saka yung one of the thing na talagang nag-sign in ako sa Grandison is that they promise na yung like they don't abandon their applicant. Yun. Kasi parang may narinig ako na pag mag-retrogression, yung ibang agency is ina-abandon nila yung kanilang mga applicant. But in Grandison, they do retention program at hindi ka nila talaga iiwan. Yun po.
Kaya yun talagang naging
Deciding factor.
deciding factor ni Sir
Mm-mm.
Ronald.
Kasi malaking factor din naman talaga yun, partner.
Oo naman. Kasi syempre, ang tawag dito, ang intention mo is to join an agency para makaalis ka papuntang Amerika.
Mm.
Then all of a sudden, nagkaroon ng pandemic, tapos biglang i-abandon ka nung agency na napili mo. Diba?
Now, sir, na napatunayan mo na hindi nag-aabandon na si Grandison, ano ngayon, sir, yung masasabi mo na you are a living testimonial na from the pandemic, the waiting period, pero eto hindi ako inabandon ni Grandison.
At nandito ako sa Amerika, nakarating ako ng Amerika.
Yes po. Yes po. Yun po, yung Grandison, they do retention program, and they parang kinokontak kanila, they keep you updated sa mga kahit anong bagay para lang you will feel na nandyan talaga sila para sa iyo. And also yun nga yung sa start ng process is yung final sa akin is yung premium process nga, yung para mabilis yung proseso. Kaso nga lang naabutan ng retrogression. So that's why naging matagal, but sa mga magbabalak mag-apply, so talaga yung premium process nandyan para sa kanila kung when time na mag-current yung visa bulletin.
Bulletin. Okay.
Yes po.
So, can I ask Sir Ronald? So, Sir Ronald, every global transition comes with obstacles. No, what kept you grounded and focused during the during the most difficult moments?
During the transition, siguro yung lang naman, yung pag-adjust with the place, the people here in the United States. But hindi naman naging masyadong mahirap kasi if you provide ni Grandison yung mga needs mo, like transportation, yung sa housing, yung mga contacts na need like for transportation or kung anong mga kailangan. Kaya hindi ganoon kahirap yung transition namin dito.
Okay.
But sir, if we're going to tackle yung naging struggle mo along the way ng waiting period, ng processing period,
Yes.
ano yung pinaka-most challenging doon? And how did you keep yourself grounded and focused still? Kasi ang ganda nung umpisa eh.
Yes.
Mag-US ako, biglang naging pandemic. So, paano mo na-keep yung self mo, sir, na grounded?
During the process po, sa pag-start ng process ko going here in the US, sa Philippines pa lang, hindi naman ganun kahirap kasi hindi naman ako nawalan ng trabaho. So, I keep just working while waiting for the process. And in terms of sa mga paperworks, wala namang ganung aberya kasi i-guide ka talaga ni Grandison. Naging smooth naman lang lahat ng process sa pagpunta dito sa US, yung mga paperworks, walang problema. Yun lang yung talagang is yung retrogression lang. So, yeah, I'll just keep myself busy, parang hindi ako na ang tagal ng proseso, ganyan. Parang nag-work lang ako, naging busy at saka hindi ko namalayan. Nandito na pala, parang ganun.
Okay. So kahit nung nalaman mo na sir na retrogression nga, no? Ano yung nagpa-stay sa'yo ng focus mo na i-continue at sige, hindi, ilalaban ko to, tutuloy ko to, maghihintay ako hanggang makarating ako sa US?
Yes po, because going here in the United States is my ultimate goal. So, nakapag-umpisa na ako, bakit pa ako aalis or aatras?
Yeah, exactly. And clicks passer ka na, sir, di ba? So, wala nang option. I mean, kung NCLEX passer na ako, diretso na. Amerika talaga ako. No? So, talagang naghintay ka.
Yes po.
For the right timing na, di ba? Nandyan ka na.
And syempre, sir, yung...
Patience lang talaga.
Yeah. So, kung si sir ay naging patient, kamusta naman, sir, yung naging respond ng family mo? Nung wife mo? Nung kid mo? About dun sa nagiging proseso, sila ba ay hindi ka nila sinabihan na mag-ibang country na lang tayo?
Oo.
O kaya sa iba ka na lang mag-apply, mas mabilis?
Hindi naman po. My wife is very supportive, and siya pa ngayon ang i-encourage na antay lang tayo, darating at darating din po. climb natin at makakapunta rin dito. And, yeah, my
Kasama mo
wife
na ba
is
si
always
wife?
there for me. Po?
Kasama mo na dyan si wife?
Yeah, my wife and 2 kids are here.
Wow!
Diba?
Diba?
Ang galing. So, hindi lang isang pangarap yung nakamit, kundi buong pamilya ni Sir
Correct.
Ronald.
Congratulations, Sir Ronald.
Mhm. And
Po, thank you.
speaking of that again, sir, no, dun sa process, and we want to see and show sa mga viewers natin na even though nabanggit ni sir na medyo smooth yung naging process niya, he keeps himself busy, may work pa rin siya, nag-sharpen siya ng skills, and si Grandison nandiyan na. Can you recall, sir, a specific moment when you felt overwhelmed and a team from Grandison stepped in to provide the grandest care?
So, pagdating mo
Um,
ba sa Amerika, sir, ano ba, like, ngayon, nag-start ka ng magtrabaho, anong pakiramdam?
Yes po, when I was deployed, after the orientation, talaga work ka agad. So I feel overwhelmed with the work, the workplace, the people, parang ganon. And yeah, pero nandyan naman si Grandison, provide sila sa akin ng um, they give me some contacts person para katulong sa akin dito, ganon.
Okay. And what was the most surprising thing you learned about yourself during the transition from your home country to your current facility? Ano yung masasabi nating malaking change? Tama
Yes.
ba, partner?
Yes.
Malaking change na nangyari, lalo na yung experience mo dito working as a nurse
Community
dito sa
nurse.
Pilipinas, community nurse dito sa Pilipinas, and dyan sa Amerika.
Unang-una yung sahod. Yeah, yeah. And we have a weekly paycheck. Talagang mababudget mo yung kung anong mga needs mo. And in terms naman sa work, yeah, you have to adjust a lot of things. And when you're doing your job, uh, you have to like parang mag didesisyon ka ng kung ano ang gagawin mo. You have to be on your own. You have to be a leader of your workplace, parang ganon. Kasi most of the people like I I work in a unit and mayroong mga CNA, parang ikaw talaga yung tinitignan nila and they keep on asking what are the things you should do in a situation like that.
Mm. Matanong ko lang, nakaka-add ba yun, sir, ng proud feeling na I am practicing here, not an assistant, but someone's looking after me as a leader who will guide and assist them during the, what do you call that, the operation or the job.
Yes po, parang nakakaano ng feeling but also parang kinakabahan din, baka parang halong excitement and kaba ay nandun.
Mm. And it takes a lot of courage and bravery, no? Naharapin mo yung mga bagong tao, bagong environment para matapos mo yung araw mo. And then of course, kudos din naman kay sir, no?
Yes.
Na talagang he really stood up, no? Na para makapag-transition and makapag-adjust din dun sa bagong culture na yun.
Oo.
Speaking of culture, sir, masingit ko lang. Ano na yung kultura ng US na medyo na-adapt na
Pagdating sa
natin?
workplace.
Oo, pagdating
Oo.
sa workplace.
Sa workplace, parang trabaho lang, and then when it comes to yung break mo, hindi ka talaga nila parang like in the Philippines,
Kahit break.
kahit break parang trabaho pa rin. Dito sa US is meron ka talagang allotted time na mag-break ka and hindi ka nila parang anong tawag ito? Hindi ka nila pakikialaman kung nasa break ka talaga, parang gano'n.
Or hindi ka, tawag dito, parang ano,
Parang ang US kasi hindi sila micromanaging eh. No.
oo.
kung ano yung time mo, kung ano yung shift mo, ikaw din yung mag-manage ng
Yes.
time mo eh, mag-shift mo eh. Ganyan.
Mm.
Okay, sir.
Kaya wala kang ano, kahit kung kailan mo gusto mag-break, you can have it.
Okay, sir. Now, let's describe naman po yung first week natin on the floor at your US facility. So, syempre, kabado ka niyan. First day of work pa